to the audiobook of New Social Studies, Grade 10. Unit 6, Lesson 15, page number 234. Natural Disasters, Earthquake and Tsunami. Introduction. A sudden and terrible event resulting from natural processes of the earth is called natural disaster. Natural disasters cause serious loss, destruction, hardship, unhappiness, or death. Avalanche, AVALANCHE, earthquake, flood, landslide, drought, explosion, cyclone, hailstone, forest fire, hurricane, lightning, tornado, tsunami, volcanic eruption, etc. are the major natural disasters by which a huge amount of lives and properties is lost every year in the world. In this lesson, a short description about earthquake and tsunami has been presented below. Earthquake. Any sudden movement of Earth's crust due to a natural cause which produces a shaking and trembling is known as earthquake. During the time of earthquake, if the Earth's crust shakes vertically, it is called vertical quake, and the horizontal shake is called horizontal quake. The powerful vibrations, tremors, or shock waves produced by an earthquake are known as seismic, SEISMIC, or earthquake waves. They travel outward in all directions like ripples in water. The place below the Earth's surface where an earthquake originates is known as focus and hypocenter. Most earthquakes have their focus at depths of less than 60 kilometers. The point on the Earth's surface directly above the focus is known as epicenter. The impact of the earthquake is felt most at the epicenter. Measuring earthquakes. The intensity of an earthquake is measured on the Richter scale, Richter, so named after the American seismologist Charles F. Richter in 1935 AD. Richter's scale ranges from 0 to 9. However, the world's largest earthquake with an instrumentally documented magnitude occurred on May 22, 1960 in southern Chile. It was assigned a magnitude of 9.5 by the United States Geological Survey. Earthquakes of 7 and above intensity on Richter scale are highly destructive. A highly sensitive instrument used for measuring the intensity of an earthquake is called the seismograph, SEISMOGRAPH. A seismograph can measure both the vertical and horizontal movements and vibrations. Causes of earthquake. The solid crust of the earth is divided into several plates known as continental plates. These plates are floating on molten mass called the mantle, MANTLE. Some of these plates have large oceans and continents on them. Sometimes these huge plates move towards each other and sometimes away from each other due to tectonic force, TECTONIC, develop deep inside the surface of the earth. Such movement causes the plates to bend, fracture, and overlap, resulting in earthquake. Earthquakes also occur as a result of volcanic eruption. Distribution of earthquakes. Earthquakes are common along fault lines and plate boundaries, which are the weaker zones of the Earth's surface. Earthquakes and volcanoes occur in the same region. The earthquake zones of the world are the region surrounding Pacific Ocean, also known as Pacific Ring of Fire, the Rocky Mountain Range, the Andes Mountain Range, Southeast Asia, Hindu Kush, and Suleiman Ranges, Himalayan range of Asia, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, and the Alps of Europe. Earthquakes occurred in Nepal. Nepal was hit by the earthquake on 2nd Magh 1990 Bikram Sambat, on 5th Bhadra 2045 Bikram Sambat, and on 12th and 29th Baisakh 2072 Bikram Sambat severely. They were very much terrible and caused huge loss of life and property. The massive earthquake occurred on 12th Baisakh 2072 Bikram Sambat was very much devastating. The hypocenter of this earthquake was in Barpak village of Gorkha. It was measured 7.8 Richter scale in magnitude. This was the highly destructive earthquake which Nepal faced within about 80 years period. It caused unprecedented loss of life and property. It mainly affected the western and central region of Nepal. The houses, cultural, religious, and historical monuments of these regions are completely destroyed. Thousands of people became homeless and were compelled to spend the days and nights on open sky. Immediately after the earthquake, our neighboring countries provided rescue and relief operation in affected areas like Kathmandu Valley, Gorkha, Sindhupalchok, Dolakha, Rasua, Kavre, Nuakot, and other districts. Different donor countries and agencies helped financially and technically for the reconstruction of destroyed settlement areas, monuments, and heritages. The government of Nepal also formed Earthquake Reconstruction Authority to accelerate the reconstruction of the destroyed villages and heritages of Nepal. The government also decided to provide financial support to the people for reconstruction of the destroyed structures. Tsunami. A large destructive wave caused by an underwater earthquake or another movement of the Earth's surface is known as tsunami. When a severe earthquake takes place below the ocean bed, its tremors give rise to a huge wall like sea waves rushing to the coastal low-lying areas. They cause destruction of human lives and property in a very large scale. The waves caused by submarine earthquake are called tsunamis in Japan. These sea waves are often as high as 27 meters and as long as 160 kilometers, traveling at a jet speed of 800 kilometers per hour. The tsunami occurred on the coastal area of Sumatra Island of Indonesia, has affected whole Indian Ocean. It has caused the huge loss of property and death of about 40 million people. Similarly, the earthquake and tsunami occurred on 11th March 2011 AD in the coastal region of Japan, caused the death of 15,894 people. During that disaster, 6,152 people were injured and 2,562 were lost. Effects of earthquake and tsunami. Causes loss of lives and properties. Damages the physical structures. Spreads the epidemics leading further problems. Causes the creation of faults on the Earth's crust through which eruption may occur. The sources of water may appear or disappear. Awareness and safety measures. Natural disasters are inevitable. INEVITABLE. It is always advisable to be aware of its causes and consequences. Therefore, the government as well as and the people living in the earthquake and tsunami-prone areas should adopt a high level of alertness and appropriate safety measures. The educational institutes should conduct exercises on how to take safety measures on a regular basis. The following awareness and safety measures should be adopted to minimize the loss in disastrous time. Physical structures should be constructed with disaster resistance technology. In order to minimize the effect from the disaster, precautions and preparation should be adopted before the occurrence of disasters. There should be easy access of information to be safe from possible disaster. Essential material should be kept in ready position for the disastrous time. Activities, page number 237. Number 1. Earthquakes cannot be predicted before its occurrence. It is a dreadful natural disaster. It may cause huge loss of lives and properties. We have not been able to protect ourselves from such disasters. Consult with the seniors in your society about their experiences about the earthquake and present it in the class. Number 2. Write 2 paragraphs about the massive earthquake occurred in 2072 Bikram Sambat. Exercise. Short answer questions. Number 1. What is an earthquake? Can it be prevented? Explain. Number 2. Differentiate between epicenter and hypocenter. Number 3. How does seismograph measure the magnitude of earthquake? Clarify it with figures. Number 4. Write the differences between earthquake and tsunami. Number 5. Though the earthquake cannot be prevented, its loss can be minimized. How? Number 6. Give an introduction of tsunami and mention any 3 safety measures to be secure from tsunami. Long answer questions. Number 1. What should be done before, during, and after the earthquake for safety and alertness? Discuss and write any 3 measures for each. Number 2. Fill the following table with causes and effects of earthquake and tsunami. Causes of earthquake, effects of earthquake, causes of tsunami, and effect of tsunami. Community work. When and how did you feel the earthquake for the first time? When and how did the senior member of your family feel it? Discuss with him or her and write the experiences on a chart of paper and present in front of your friends. This is the end of Unit 6, Lesson 15. This podcast is dedicated to visually impaired students. So if you know anybody who needs this book to listen and learn, please share the link and also please subscribe the channel. Thank you and all the best.